Ticket prices are how much? What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Boys for Life, coming at you with another video. Wow. So, the front office might be finally feeling some heat because of the fans. Remember, consumers, you are in control. If you stop going to these events like ESPN and Jerry World, stop showing your support for the Dallas Cowboys. You know, and what I mean by stop showing your support, I mean stop going to the games, stop buying merchandise, stop buying concession stand food, stop spending $40 for parking. I mean, I read somewhere that I think in just parking alone, they make over $1 million. But the front office might be finally feeling the heat. I mean, you spend all off season, right, stripping away this team, the talent of this team. And I'm not talking about Randy Gregory. I'm not talking about Cedric Wilson. I'm mainly talking about Amari Cooper on the offensive side of the ball. Because the defense looks fine to me. And I know Cedric Wilson played on the offensive side. But if you look at it, I don't think he did anything. And I know it's only week 1 in Miami last week. I could be wrong. But the parts that I did watch on Red Zone, I don't think I saw his name. I got to look up what he did. But you're talking about Amari Cooper. I mean, if you look at what Amari Cooper did, and this is to the people that sit there and say, oh, wait until it's cold, he's not going to play like that. No, I think he's just finally healthy. I think the offense is going to be schemed correctly around him. And, I mean, if you look at what he did, I mean, this is a Dak Prescott kind of wide receiver. Because we all know that Dak Prescott does not trust himself throwing into tight windows or trying to throw someone open because he cannot do it. I have yet to see it. He is very inaccurate. Those people that sit there and say that we need to shut up about him being accurate and what all this other crap, he's not accurate at all. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing it. Watch the game. Look at your eyes. He's not accurate. He needs a wide receiver that's going to create separation like Amari Cooper. And if schemed properly, Amari Cooper will not disappear. But, like I said, the front office might be feeling it already. I mean, have you seen these ticket prices? I mean, just this game. Seats that are normally like $120, $130, somewhere around that range, the nosebleeds, are now $50, $55. The 50-yard line that's normally around like $1,000 or a little bit more, I think they were going for $600 or in the high fives. The seats that I paid for last year down at the end zone against the Eagles, and I get it, it's the Eagles, it was like $350 a ticket. No way against the Bengals, a team that went to the Super Bowl last year, should you be paying for these seats at like $240. There's just no way. Now, I get it. I think ticket sales are I think the whole league shares that revenue. And I think what really hurts them is the merchandise sales, the parking lot sales, the concessions. That's where it's going to hurt. And if the Cowboys fans don't show up to these games because we're tired of the crap, because we were fed a lot of crap this offseason. And look, I'm a firm believer that if your quarterback's elite, he should be able to elevate some players. I'm a firm believer in that. I mean, Tom Brady. You can sit there and say he has this, he has that. Tom Brady dealt with Danny Amendola, right? Who was a Dallas Cowboy cut. The Cowboys picked him up, and then they released him. And he went on to win a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. Dealt with the likes of Julian Edelman, who was nothing when he left. Wes Welker, who was a shell of himself when he left. Yeah, he had the Randy Moss Randy Mosses. Who else did he have? He had the Antonio Brown for a few games. Well, that was down in Tampa. I think he even went to... He had Chad Ochocinco, right? So these so-called stars, right? He really didn't do much with. It was the lesser talent that he did a lot with. I mean, can you name a running back except Whitehead and Sony Michel, right? But who are those guys when you have Ezekiel Elliott in the back? So, like I said, if you're an elite player, quarterback, you should be able to elevate players like CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown. You know, CeeDee Lamb is not going to get you 3 to 5 or 5 to 6 yards of separation like what you saw with Amari Cooper. It's not going to happen. CeeDee Lamb is a certain type of wide receiver that he's a yak guy. You get him the ball quick and let him do his thing. But if you're going to double team him, right, and make him throw to these other guys that can't get separation, what good is this quarterback? What good is this quarterback? That's why I've said it for the longest time. Dez Bryant started falling off a lot when Dak came into here, because Dez Bryant wasn't one to get separation like that, the way Cooper did. That's why I always said Tony Romo and Dez Bryant worked well together because of Tony Romo's style. Amari Cooper and Dak Prescott worked well together because of this type of quarterback Dak is, because he doesn't have trust in his arm, or I don't know what the case is, because he doesn't trust himself, and because the way Amari Cooper was able to get open. So when he was wide open, it was easier for Dak to get the ball. And that's why you see a lot of Gallup's throws when it's to Gallup, and he has 4 to 5 yards of separation because he just blows past the guy on those deep routes. You know, but when you cannot elevate your players and the team is stripped and they're throwing it all on you and then you get hurt, no one is going to come see this team. No one. Yeah, you're probably going to have people coming in from other states, other teams that are filling the stands, and that's fine. Tickets out, that's fine. But no way that these guys are going to be flying in. These fans of other teams are going to be flying in and filling the parking lot the way it was week 1, the way it was last year. There's no way that's happening. I mean, look at ticket sales like I said earlier. They're down so much because Jerry Jones knows that even though he's trying to sell us a load of bullshit and stay positive, he knows damn well no one's going to come see Cooper Rush. Nobody. So I expect after this season it to be completely different. Completely different. To an extent. Are the Joneses going to be the same? Yes. But what I think is going to happen, and here's the kicker, people. Here's the kicker. I'm not saying the season's over after week 1, because I'm going to be a little bit optimistic here. But let's just say, for all intents and purposes, Cooper Rush goes 1-4 or 2-3. That basically puts us for 0-1. So we would be 2-4 or 1-5, right? After the first 6 games. You only need probably 8 to 9 wins to get into the playoffs, to get in that 7 seed. And you have the Packers who look bad. You have the Bears who looked okay. You had the Lions who, let's be honest, the Eagles don't look all that great to me. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's the Lions, okay? You have the Titans who got upsetted by the Giants. You have the Texans. You have the Jaguars. And then you got your division foes again for the second time. So I'm not saying we're going to the playoffs. I'm not saying, I'm just being a little optimistic here and saying season's not over. If Dak does come back, and let's be real here. The Joneses are putting out Dak Prescott sooner than what he needs to be because they know no one's going to come see Cooper Rush. And they're going to push those ticket prices back up so those ratings get back up because let's face it, the Joneses only care about that money. They don't give a shit if we're winning or not because guess what? They have us on the fucking hook to think that we are going to win every year. I mean, I shouldn't say us. They have a certain group of Cowboy fans thinking that. Guys like myself, Simus, the great Duke Bothers, a lot of us, Mike Mosh, a lot of us real Cowboy fans that know what's going on, knows damn well that, like Simus says, it's going to be a long season. Shout out to Simus for all that. It was a great live that I watched. Spread nothing but the truth. But, like I said, I think the front office is going to be feeling this, especially if Dak doesn't come back. You know, and if he does and hurts himself again the way Tony Romo did, season's a wash. But we'll see that later on. And, you know, they're even talking about Dak Prescott coming back before the Eagles game. Sooner than 4 games. But that's a different story, a different video for a different time. But anyways, guys, I'm out.